Welcome back. Let's continue now. All things dance from you to me. It's a dance tribute to Africa's women showcasing strength through contemporary ballet and African dance. Crafted by visionary dancing choreographer Llewellyn Mnguni, this powerful dance production explores the profound impact that women have on our lives as well as on communities. This dance piece is a love letter to the women who shape, who nurture, who inspire us, mothers, grandmothers, sisters, daughters, and of course the mentors who just hold families and societies together. So through physical storytelling, poetic imagery, these stories are told, creating a deeply emotional and relatable experience. Llewellyn is now in studio to chat a little bit further. Good morning. Well done, and thank you for your time.
And happy International Women's Day.
Thank you.
Yes.
From me to you, that love letter, it's so important to pay homage to the foundation of our society. Tell us a little bit more.
It really is, because I feel like, especially in South Africa, like the narrative of women is always about like abuse and like the struggle, and it's always in a negative space. And I think it's about time we talk about like the achievements that women like hold and the space that women hold and how they get us through so many tough times and really showcase, strength and resilience and vulnerability at the same time.
Absolutely.
So it's about time. And for me, I'm like, dance and movement is such a special kind of art form that for us as South Africans, we celebrate it in our rites of passage and, at a funeral, at a wedding. So it's about time we...
as well.
Through protest. So it's about time we use that as a celebration for women.
So how did you go about using movements, ballet, the different forms to express that nurturing, that gentleness, that other story, that other narrative?
I'm trained in different dance forms. I went to National School of Arts, so we had to do all the different dance forms. Ballet, African dance, contemporary jazz, Spanish dance. So for me as a choreographer, I love kind of collecting different dance forms and creating a different like movement language.
Sure.
Because I feel like movement is a language that is universal. So we can all connect to that.
I'm just looking at some of the moments that were captured, especially in the overlay on our screens. Just this one here behind us. Any moment that stood out for you, that created that personal connection, that you were able to embody what you're speaking of?
Geez, that's a difficult question because I've performed at different places with different companies. Working with Dada Masilo, who had passed away, who I worked with for 13 years, she was quite, she affected me positively as a dancer and also helped me to perform overseas and really opened my eyes to the international dance stage. So that's one of the women who I am giving homage to, because without her, I wouldn't be in such a, international stage and be accepted.
Absolutely. Yeah. I remember we paid tribute when she passed away as well. So thank you for also honoring her legacy and her spirit. And it lives through you. Well, she lives through you now as well.
Definitely.
From you to me.
Yes.
What has filled your cup then?
Going through this process in rehearsals, I feel like there's just a lot of healing,
Beautiful.
Especially for the dancers. I've asked the dancers to talk about the females in their lives, and some have lost their mothers or grandmothers. And so I think for us, this is a beautiful meeting to really heal and to really honor the women in our lives, especially the ones who've passed on, and to kind of, recognize that they do live through us. And let's share this kind of celebration, and homage.
What gives you hope as well when to your point, the narrative about women is more negative, skewed in a more negative way, but what gives you hope? What are those silent celebrations that you look for in women to celebrate their resilience and their love?
I think for me, my grandmother was such a strong woman. So when she was alive, it was just... she was inspirational. She had like 3 different degrees, so she was really studying until she was 80. So for me, remembering people like that, pushes me to be better every single day, and also to sustain and to keep supporting women in the dance industry, in the arts industry, and everywhere else, because we really do need them.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about where it's showcasing as well, right? And how we get in touch. How does this process also work for you?
So we are performing on the 13th and 14th of March, which is next week, at the Pop Art Center in Parkwood. And people can go on popartcenter.co.za to get tickets. And we're going to have a great time and share with South Africa what we have to offer.
Absolutely. I was looking at the set, the colors, the fabrics, just all of that went in behind the scenes. Can you tell us a little bit more about that creative process as well?
So my creative process is usually with textures, and because I usually work with poets, I work with visual artists, so I love layering, you know, the story in terms of different art forms. I think it's better to use all the different art forms and put them together to create just like a visceral and a layered and textured experience. And so, yeah, there's a composer called Oxalayo who I usually work with all the time, who you'll hear the song just now, who is a queer artist who's just amazing, and a poet who I usually work with, Manelo. So it's going to be very interesting to see. So it's almost like a dance drama, you know, that has different elements of different art forms. So
I wonder, even if we look at Witu from here, right? So it's now at the pop-up theatre in Park Time. But I mean, are you having plans to travel outside the country as well, taking this further?
Hopefully, we really hope to bring it to an international stage. I mean, we're starting off at home because it's important to start anything at home.
Absolutely,
you know,
and build that foundation.
And build the foundation, and then hopefully this will grow into something that can be celebrated everywhere.
Okay, so we're celebrating that today, and I know that you'll be giving us that peek. So tell us a little bit more about what we can expect through the dance piece that we'll see today. Who's it with? What was the intention behind it?
So this piece is a solo, and one of the dancers called Llewellyn Mnguni is going to do her solo in the piece, which is about her mother and the strength and everything, you know, she learned from her. And that's what we'll see today. Okay,
so we'll drop the mic here and we'll hand it over. The choreographer Llewellyn Mnguni, of course, chatting to us about From You to Me, that love letter taking place, as you heard, at the Pop Art Theatre